So quite a few among us have tried it and found that nothing has existed, nothing is existing. And when you dream, in the dream you marry. You marry with a man, and then you get 3-4 children out of that. So when you wake up, where is your partner? Where are those children? But still, you remember that you had 3 children. Still, this thought is there, and this is called samsara. The remembrance of the past dream is samsara. So once this question was asked by a very good student and excellent teacher. He is asking, you speak of illusion, that your next question is about illusion. You speak this samsara is illusion. But I see everything real as solid, as anything. Can you be illusion? Can I be illusion? Can this world be illusion? Master, please help. I am confused. Please satisfy me. Then he keeps quiet. Then say, let us go have a walk into the forest. So they have walked. He said, I am very thirsty. It is very warm. I sit under a tree, and you take a vessel, and there is the river. Bring me some water to drink. I stay here under the shade. There he goes and slides this vessel into the waters of the river. There he saw there stood a very beautiful young girl, and he falls in love with her. And then he proposes, I want to marry you. Then she says, this is not the custom in India. All our marriages are arranged by our parents, but I also like you. So you have to speak to my father. You come, you follow me. I will show you at a distance, because my father is the proprietor of this village, and we have much land, cows, horses. So I will tell you, point out, and then I can't accompany you. I will go back, and from the behind of my house, I will just behind the door, I will see what my father is suggesting. So she showed there, seated on the cart and smoking hookah and chewing pan, is my father. You go and speak to him. And then he goes there. He said, I saw your daughter just an hour ago, and she was at the river. I was also at the river. I fell in love with her. So, can you marry your daughter to me? And the father said, who are you? He says, I am a Brahmin from such and such village. What is your education? He says, I have learned philosophy. I have studied all the Vedas, Upanishads, Shastras, and I know astronomy, and I know geology. I know also oceanography. Yeah. So there are 18 sciences in the world that are, he said, I have graduated in these. So he says, very good. You look quite young and you are very qualified. I don't hesitate to give the hand of my daughter to you, but one condition. I have only one child. This daughter is the only child I have. So I am very attached with her. So if you want to marry her, you have to stay here with me and you cannot take her away to your village. Agreed. I agree, he says. Then, so we are announcing to other neighboring farmers so that they have to attend, and sufficient time we give 1 month. So after 1 month, they were married. And in 3 years, they got one child. And now about 5 years have passed. The in-laws, father, mother, they are now old enough. They have registered the will in the name of their son-in-law. All this village belongs to them. All the property belongs to this thing. So, the father-in-law fell sick and died. My mother-in-law also, after about a couple of years, she also died. Now both of them are alone. Now they get another child. After 10 years, they got another child. Then another. So they have spent quite 18 years there. 18 years there. So then there comes a spate, the flood in the river. River is slowly rising to the extent that all the farms are destroyed. But they went on the hillock and stayed there. Slowly water is rising and their cows are being thrown away. Everything is destroyed. Now the water is still rising. It comes up to their shoulder. And one small child he put on the shoulder, and one in the other hand, wife in the right side. So the current is very strong, and the one on the shoulder slipped. Son slipped. He went to hold this son. The wife slipped. He goes to hold the wife, the other son gives. So everything is lost, and now river is receding. He is crying for the loss of the village, loss of the wife, loss of the children, and everything is out. River is receding, came to its previous level. Now the teacher comes. What are you thinking about? Your vessel is in the water. Why don't you dry it? I told you. And it was a matter of just 1 minute, and you have spent 5 minutes on this thing. Looks at his face. Oh, master, 5 minutes you say. What about my wife? What about my village? What about my children? He says, this is the reply of your question. This is solution. Just now you came and you fell in love with the girl. Where is that girl here? You are fetching water for me. So all this thing is coming from the mind. There never existed. No wife was there, no children were there, no marriage was performed, and no village was there. So how this mind, in an instant, it has created. In that instant, they lived well over 20 years. In the same instant, he saw the vessel emerged into the water. So, this is how it stands. And you have to do according to your own training.